So, you have decided to try watercolor painting, and you have researched and you have gotten all of your supplies and set up your little workstation, and now you're sitting there feeling slightly nervous and wondering what the hell to paint. Where do I even start with this? When I first got into watercolor a few years ago, I felt a bit paralyzed by this new and unforgiving and infamously difficult to learn medium, by the irreversible nature of it and the way that once you put down a brushstroke, that brushstroke is going to be there, more or less. And I felt paralyzed by all of my options. I had no idea what I even wanted to paint. Landscapes, or florals, or portraits, or what else do people paint? Figures. I had no idea where to start and I felt overwhelmed. So if you are feeling a bit overwhelmed right now, you are not alone. Watercolor can be difficult to get into as a beginner. My solution to that was to start out by painting abstracts. Not because I was particularly drawn to abstract art. In fact, abstract art kind of doesn't interest me very much at all. But painting abstracts did, for the simple reason that it took away all the anxiety that I had around facing the blank page as a beginner. Because with abstract, I could just directly start putting paint to paper, and I didn't have to worry about finding a reference photo and drawing up a sketch and obsessing over what my painting should look like and whether I was doing it right or not. Abstract painting set me free, and it allowed me to get to know this medium in the gentlest possible way. So, if you are in that same situation as I was, if you're feeling slightly overwhelmed and not sure where to start, I suggest you start with this little exercise. It's really playful and relaxing and impossible to fail at. You are simply going to paint one of your favorite songs. Go ahead and prepare your materials, and if possible, use a larger sheet of paper for this because you want some room to move around. And then put on the song and start painting what you hear. Don't pre-plan anything. Choose your colors intuitively, move your hand on instinct, and interpret this song with your brushwork. For me, being the chronic overthinker that I am, I just try to surprise myself when I'm doing this exercise. That's my only goal. Whenever I put down a brushstroke that I didn't see coming, I have succeeded. And whenever I make a mistake, or what I would normally consider a mistake, I practice embracing it and incorporating it in a creative way. If my colors want to blend together or bloom out in unexpected shapes or splatter all over the place, I just let them. I don't go back in and try to manipulate everything. If you've ever done theater, it's kind of improv in art form. We're saying yes and to each brushstroke. And this will be very hard in the beginning when our every thought yells, "No, don't go that way," or "Oh, I messed that up," or "No, that looks ugly." Our mind really sucks at letting go and going with the flow. In my experience, as a complete beginner at an art medium, the worst thing we can do is to immediately try to create a masterpiece or to try to follow a tutorial. We're probably going to get frustrated, especially watercolor that can never really be controlled completely. So what we need to learn instead is to let go and to just play with it. See how it behaves and try out different techniques without fear of messing up. When the song is finished, so is my painting. That way I'm not able to keep fussing over it endlessly, wondering when it's finished, which is always a challenge with watercolor. If you want to keep going, just put on another song and make another painting. This exercise is a great way to just get creating without overthinking and planning and agonizing. If you want more exercises like this, I actually have a whole little course about this. I made it with the complete beginner in mind. All of the exercises are made to help you let go of perfectionism and fear of the blank page, and also to teach you the very basics of watercolor painting, like water control and color theory. So if you're curious about the course, check it out via the link in the description. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another one.